The original gasket counting process required employees to remove gaskets from an existing mold. Next, the employees had to count and stack each gasket by hand. These stacks were then neatly placed in a box to then be dumped into a different box for skills managers to recount by hand. This process takes about 1 hour to count 2,000 parts. Our product solution to this problem includes a track with magnets, a base, and a rod. There are currently 3 different rods corresponding to 3 different gasket types. Here's how it works. The user must first place the base and rod assembly into the track. Then, they must slide the base further into the track. Once the rod and base assembly are in place, then the employee can now stack gaskets on the rod up to the last black line. Next, the base and rod assembly is removed from the track. It is then inverted to place the stack of gaskets onto the work table. The rod is then removed, leaving a neat stack of counted gaskets to be placed into a box for shipping. Each rod is gasket specific so that the number of gaskets from each rod remains accurate. The Count Us In team had the employees stack gaskets up to the first line on the rod. This line marks 50 gaskets. Because the lines on the rod represent a certain number of gaskets, the employees were able to put multiple onto the rod at once, in turn speeding up the process. Once there were enough gaskets stacked on the rod, we asked the employee to dump them into a stack onto the table. After observing one step employee utilize our product, we asked a second employee to repeat the same process so our team could compare their results. Although it may seem like it, our product is not perfect. When the employee first began using our product, he struggled to place the gasket onto the rod. After some advice from our team member, he began to use 2 hands, one to stabilize the rod and one to place the gasket onto the rod. This product noise will likely limit the range of employees able to use our product and could ultimately slow down the counting process.
You're good.
It may not be perfect, but our product still offers great benefits to the STEP employees. By stacking the gaskets onto the rod, neither the employees nor the skills managers have to worry about counting the gaskets by hand. When the gaskets are dumped into a stack off of the rod, the stack can immediately be placed into shipping boxes. Our product eliminates 2 steps from the original gasket counting process, making the new process more efficient and increasing production.